What's up, guys? Potbelly Pigs for Life here, and today we're back at the DFW headquarters in good old San Diego, California. So, not much has happened off camera. In fact, barely anything has happened off camera. If you guys remember from last episode, we ended up rescuing a bunch of dinosaurs from some reported cases of illegal breeding and people illegally keeping dinosaurs as pets, as well as illegally cloning them. So, So today we've got a little bit of work to do. What we need to do is, as we rescue more dinosaurs, we need more and more places to put them. So, because that, what we're gonna do is, we need to quickly go out and we need to survey the land that we own, so that way we can build some more holding paddocks. So this was one of the paddocks that we built last episode. So right over here we have a paddock for some Albertosaurus. We've also got a little tour route going through here so that we guests can see our dinosaurs, such as the Struthiomimus we just saw run by, as well as some Pachycephalosaurus. What am I saying? Parasaurolophus? My apologies. So one thing I do want to mention is this is something that happened at our site in Pennsylvania, is we got several calls of smaller herbivore species that were captured, as well as some reported illegal breeding and illegal importing from the Mediterranean. And these dinosaurs in question were Archaeoceratops. A lot of people initially thought that they were Microceratus, but instead they were actually Archaeoceratops, and we also got a couple calls about Sinornithoides. So basically the plan is, with the new park managers collection pack, we're going to be using Microceratus as Archaeoceratops, and we're going to be using Troodon as Sinornithoides. So anyways, so the plan is right over here is where we are going to build some more holding paddocks for some dinosaurs. Let's see, then somewhere over here is where I want to build a new and improved aviary for the pteranodons. Yeah, I think right over here by the coast would be a nice place for some pteranodons. Whoa. Hang on a minute. Those are wild Brachiosaurus. Hang on a minute. What is going on? Last I checked, these Brachiosaurus were not here. They are beautiful, though. I will admit, they are beautiful. I wonder, does that mean that there are more dinosaurs that have migrated here too? I'll have to check. See, this is why we're surveying the land before we just go ahead and build. So this is a trap that we set up a couple of episodes ago that we used to capture the compies. Let's see, just checking. No dinosaurs have gone over to the public area, have they? Okay, by the looks of it, no, I don't see any dinosaurs. And I haven't gotten a call about it. Let's see, this is another one of the new paddocks we built last episode. This, I believe, is housing Ceratosaurus, Euoplocephalus, and Styracosaurus. Let's see if I can spot anything from the back. With a Brachiosaurus. Whoa! Stegosaurus? Oh, these guys are really beautiful. Stunning. Anything else that might be over here? You know what I should probably do is we should probably herd these herbivores into an enclosure. That would probably be a sensible idea. In they go. I think I accidentally sent them into the wrong enclosure because I don't want to put them in with the packies. There we go. Alright, better go make sure there aren't any stragglers. Man, already starting this video off with some dino rain. What are those? Uh-oh. Ceratosaurus. That can't be good. Are there any other stegos? There you are. Yeah, let's get you away from those. Oh no, she's on the run. Easy, girl. We're gonna take you somewhere safe. Away from these Ceratos. Oh no. We need to get out of here. Come on, girl. Let's get you out of here. You can go right in. And this one. Let's get you back with your herd, girl. Perfect. In the enclosure she goes. Perfect. Check on them. Stegos seem to be doing alright. However, we're gonna need to expand the enclosure if we want to keep the Brachiosaurus in there. So, yeah. I'm going to check the perimeter one more time to see if there are any other dinosaurs in need of capture. Whoa, what is that? Uh-oh. That's an Allosaurus. That's another Allosaurus. Oh boy, we gotta get out of here. Oh, that was close. Did you guys see that? That Allosaurus was chasing right after us. I think we're in the clear. Just keep an eye out for Allosaurus. They're pretty dangerous. There have been quite a number of Allosaurus attacks recently. We'll have to head back with the helicopter and tranquilize them. For now, let's herd the Brachies. For now, let's herd them into the enclosure. Uh-oh, the Ceratos. I have no idea where they went. Man, the Ceratos must have spooked them. She's going right into the enclosure. Better keep an eye out for 2 more Brachiosaurus, as well as some Allosaurus. Oh! See one of the Brachies. Like I said, couldn't have gone far. There she goes. Oh, and perfect. There's the other one. Alright. Let's send them home. Again, we're definitely gonna have to expand the enclosure. This is way too small. Way too small. Whoop. Just lost the door. And in they go. Oh, how beautiful. Oh, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Alright, I think that should be all of the Stegosaurus and Brachiosaurus. So the plan is tomorrow, as soon as the sun rises, we will be all set to capture the... Whoa! Oh, crap! Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Mayday, mayday! Mayday, 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 mayday! Alright, we need to go quick, because otherwise those Ceratosaurus are gonna kill a lot of the herbivores. Alright, we're in the chopper, let's get going. They're both in here. Holy... That's one. Alright, that's one sedated. How'd that Stegosaurus get out too? Ah, there she is. Nice. Alright. The threat has been neutralized. Let's tranquilize this Stego and we'll airlift her. Alright, that's everything all set. Let's head back to base, and in the morning we'll tranquilize the Allosaurus. For now, this will be a good holding pen for the Ceratosaurus. Alright, while we're at it, let's also make a little bit of an extension for the herbivores that we have just captured, because this enclosure, especially for the Brachiosaurus, is way too small. Alright, this enclosure should hopefully be a lot better for these herbivores. The enclosure does look pretty small for the Ceratos, so what I might think about doing is I might thinking about building a larger enclosure for the Pachycephalosaurus, especially since there might be more herbivores throughout the mainland that we may need to capture. and then we can combine the two holding pens. Honestly, thinking about it, I might make this enclosure a teensy tiny bit smaller. Let me check the comfort of the dinosaurs. Yeah, I'll make it a little bit smaller. There, so the enclosure isn't too much smaller, but we have a lot of extra space in case we need to build a secondary paddock. Okay guys, so I just got some fantastic news. So I just got off the phone with Dr. May Turner from Mantah Corp, and she told me that Mantah Corp would be more than happy to take in our Ceratosaurus that we had just captured. She told me that their Ceratosaurus had been acting a little bit off lately, and she thinks it's because he is all by himself. So because of that, what we are going to do is we're going to tranquilize the Ceratosaurus that we had captured, and we're going to bring them to Mantah Corp Island, where they can safely live out the rest of their lives. So let's get back into the chopper. And what's great is that once we tranquilize the Ceratosaurs and bring them to Mantah Corp, that means we will have an extra holding pen available that we can use to house the Allosaurus that we have to capture. That's one. Alright, that's perfect. Now all we have to do is airlift them, and then we'll be good to head to Mantah Corp. Alright guys, so the Ceratosauruses have just arrived to their new forever home here on Mantah Corp Island, and already the Ceratosaurus that Mantah Corp had originally is already looking much better now that it's got some company. So let's see if we can find the other one, which was like a gray pattern. There she is. Wow, isn't she a beauty? Okay, so what's great is since we are here on Mantah Corp Island, what we're gonna do is we're going to just quickly take a look at a couple changes that have been made. So, from what I heard, the Venators have unfortunately passed away. Yeah, they don't really live too long. So because of that, what Mantah Corp did was they decided to replace the Venators with some Stegosaurus. So yeah, so a lot smaller, meaning they might be a little bit trickier to find. But yeah, you can see plenty of Stegosaurus throughout this central biosphere. And from what I heard, little Edie actually had a pretty near-death experience with some sort of disease that she contracted. So yeah, so thankfully from what I heard, little Edie is doing much better. Let's see if we can find her, honestly. I think that's Big... No, I think that is actually little Edie. Because I just saw Big Edie over here. So while we're here, one thing I also want to talk about is I want to talk a little bit about Jurassic World Chaos Theory, because like I had mentioned in previous videos, this is an alternative universe to the Jurassic franchise. So this section of the video will be containing spoilers to Jurassic World Chaos Theory. So if you haven't seen it already, then I will put a little timestamp on screen. You can just skip to that time if you don't want to hear the spoilers. So anyways, now that I have warned you guys, for those of you who are sticking around, basically, I like the idea that Chaos Theory exists in this universe. However, I have made several altercations to what happened. So the two big ones have to do with Little Edie, or not Little Edie, with Big Edie, who is right over there, as well as Bumpy. So basically the idea is, in this universe, Big Edie and Bumpy never show up in Chaos Theory because Mantah Corp Island is a fully operational facility. Ooh, Little Edie just ate a goat. That's really awesome. And so because that, both Big Edie and Bumpy are living out their lives in peace on Mantah Corp Island. I do kind of like the idea that maybe Bumpy could be expecting some offspring. Could be the other Ankylosaurus that are in this habitat. Some other things that have been altered, that I've decided to alter, is that some of the species that appear in Chaos Theory have either been replaced with a different species or just don't show up. Mainly the two that I'm talking about are Beckel Spinax, since it's not yet in the game, as well as Suchomimus. Suchomimus, we'll just pretend was most likely just a Baryonyx. And then for Beckel Spinax, what I'm going to pretend is that the Beckel Spinax was instead an Eotyrannus, which is what we are currently using a Herrerasaurus as. So then, last thing that happens in terms of the plot. So with the Department of Prehistoric Wildlife, and especially both times that the Department of Prehistoric Wildlife headquarters have been breached, both with the temporary holding facility and the shipping dock, both instances involve the release of the dinosaurs. So if you guys remember, there was one scene with the what do you call it? There was one scene where there was a giant like enclosure with all sorts of herbivores that Yaz and Sammy were trying to cause a stampede. However, they were, for whatever reason, very lethargic and did not want to stampede. Basically, the idea is eventually all those dinosaurs get back out into the wild, and because they're now out in the wild, it is up to us, the Department of Fish and Wildlife, to recapture them and bring them to our sanctuary. So then, I've created an entire slideshow about this alternative universe, and what I plan on doing is, after we finish the DFW series, I'm going to create a video explaining the entire alternative universe in a little bit more depth. Now, what I have written is still, like, up for changes, especially since there's gonna be multiple seasons of Chaos Theory, as well as the new Jurassic film that is coming out next year. But basically, the rough idea is that Dominion never happens. That's the sneak peek, is that Jurassic World Dominion just doesn't happen. So yeah, so anyways, back to the main order of business. So, on my call with May Turner, she had told me that Mantah Corp was housing a couple of Styxosaurus that now need to be rehomed because, well, they really just can't take care of them anymore. They're currently being housed in an off-site facility, so there's like a lagoon somewhere where they are currently being housed, but they need to be rehomed ASAP. So because of that, what I think we're gonna do is we're going to build a lagoon at our sanctuary in San Diego, so that way we can house the Styxosaurus. So yeah, let's head on back to San Diego. Alright guys, as the sun rises over the DFW headquarters, we've got some Allosauruses to capture, because I don't know if you guys have heard on the news lately, but there have been quite a lot of Allosaurus attacks in the area. So let's head on out there. See, the herbivores seem to be doing alright. all the Brachiosaurus and Stegosaurus we captured last night. Let's see. Ooh, there's an Allosaurus over there. Let's see if we can snipe it. Ooh, there's another one. Oh, got one. So close. That's one. 3 to go. Ooh, they're really hanging out by the coast. Allosaurus beach day, huh? Perfect. Ooh, that one's on the run. Can't run for long, girl. And she's down. Alright, mission accomplished. Let's head back to base. So for now, the Allosaurus will all go right in here for now. Ooh, I think that one's a male. There's quite the dimorphism between males and females with Allosaurus. Whoa. That one's a female. That's the male. Alright, now that the dinosaurs have all been captured, we've got a sanctuary to build up. So, obviously, if we take a look at these Allosaurus, this place is way too small for them. So here's the plan. What we're going to do is we're going to build a much larger enclosure for the Pachycephalosaurus. And then once we do that, we can open this gate and the Allosaurus can have a little bit more room. So yeah, let's get to building. Alright guys, as we are constructing these dinosaur holding paddocks, I just want to quickly remind you that we are trying to reach 100 subscribers before the end of 2024. So, if you find that you are enjoying this video so far, then please make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, as well as sharing this video with other people who are just as fascinated with dinosaurs and other life forms on our amazing planet. At the end of the day, it really does mean the whole world to me, and I just want to thank you guys for all your amazing support. Okay, so I've got a couple holding pens set up for some dinosaurs. So then what I think I'm going to do is, I think right over here, nope, not lagoon. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new aviary for the pteranodons. There we go. Should have a little bit more room than the current aviary. So then all we have to do now is, well, okay, we need to connect this place up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab the tour track. Alright guys, so on top of expanding the tour track, I also decided to get a little bit of a head start on the next guest area, because I needed to set up a lagoon for the Styxosaurus that we need to rehome. So we won't be able to finish the guest section in this episode, but that is something that we will do next episode. As you can see, I was about to add in some viewing platforms to overlook the Stegosaurus, Brachiosaurus, and Drysaurus enclosure, but then I realized that that would have been much better suited for a lagoon. And as you can see in this time-lapse, what I started to do was I started by adding lagoon viewing to both sides of the lagoon, and I connected them via a zip line, but then I realized that we need to add in a lagoon hatchery so that way we can actually access the lagoon if need be. So that idea ended up getting scrapped towards the end. But yeah, no harm, no foul. Sometimes when you're building a park, you just gotta adapt, improvise, and overcome. Just like the world had to during this whole dinosaur fiasco.
Yeah, I actually really like that. And honestly, thinking about it, what I might even do is, let's put the Allosaurus in here, honestly. Because then what we can do that. I reckon that'll be enough room for the Allosaurus. And then, what we can do is we can maybe do an extension for the Ceratosaurus and the Ceratosaurus, the Styxosaurus, and the Allosaurus. And let's see, we can split that down. This could be potentially another carnivore holding pen. And then once we demolish this thing, what do you call it? The packies can go right in here. And honestly, I might even put the Strudies in there too. So yeah. Alright guys, so here's going to be the final plan. So the Allosaurus that we have just captured, they're going to go in this enclosure. The Pteranodons in this aviary are going to go in this aviary. Don't worry, this path is going to be very temporary. This is just so that way we can make sure that the aviary is connected, even though we haven't constructed the guest section yet. And then after that, we're going to build another holding paddock right over here. So then I'm thinking also one thing that's going to happen is we're going to, obviously, we're going to add in a couple of these. We'll add in a couple of those once I move this thing out of the way. And then also we're going to be adding some remote viewing galleries, definitely. So yeah, so let's get to moving some dinosaurs.
Alright guys, as we are building up the sanctuary, I just wanted to quickly chat with you guys about some stuff that's been going on. First of all, the elephant in the room. Where have I been? Well, as the school year's been wrapping up, I've become incredibly busy with all sorts of final assignments, and honestly just assignments in general. So yeah, I do deeply apologize for the delay in this video. Also, like 2 weeks ago was pretty busy with like the release of Chaos Theory. My family and I got to sit down and watch the entire thing that weekend, so that's why my upload schedule was pushed back just a little bit. So yeah, so because of that, I've been kind of working on this video on and off. Also, one thing I have decided to do is I have decided to update Augusta Zoo.
I've recorded a ton of footage of me reworking all the zones in Augustus Zoo. So yeah, so that will probably come out as like some sort of like special, honestly. Like, I don't know, maybe like a summer special or a 3-year anniversary special. Wait a minute, has it already been 3 years since I created this channel? Wow, I feel old. Yeah, again, I do apologize that I have been busy with a bunch of other stuff, to say the least. But yeah, hopefully, with the end of the school year, I will hopefully be a lot less busier. I don't want to make any promises because school vacations end up being a lot busier than anticipated, and especially since this is the summer vacation going into senior year. So that means I gotta go take a look at colleges, and heck, I haven't even gotten my learner's permit, so yeah, I should probably get going on that. So again, I don't want to promise anything, but I am hopeful that with the end of the school year, I will be a lot less preoccupied, and I'll have a lot more time to create videos, because at the end of the day, this is my pastime. Like, this is what I do, like, when I'm not caught up with school and work. This is my hobby. This is what I enjoy doing, like, when I'm not busy. Yeah, sorry if I sound like a broken record. I repeat myself a lot. In fact, my parents kind of think it's annoying, so yeah, I'm sorry if you guys think it's annoying. It's just something I do, and I can't really help it. Anyways, that's enough about what's been going on in my life. Now let's go back to what's going on in the game. So as you can see, I'm reworking the new and improved aviary for the pteranodons. As you can see now, I'm also prepping the lagoon for the Styxosaurus that we are releasing from quarantine right now. The last of the pteranodons are being lifted into their permanent aviary, and we are starting the enclosure for the Pachycephalosaurus and Struthiomimus. So yeah, obviously I'm getting a little bit impatient with the aviary and the fact that I just want to demolish it, and also adding in several extra ways to view the dinosaurs. As you can see, adding in a log viewing gallery to the Ceratosaurus, Brachiosaurus, and Euoplocephalus enclosure. I added one in between the Allosaurus enclosure as well as one of the vacant holding enclosures. And also rerouting the tour track a little bit. I added in some viewing platforms. Maybe the idea is that, like, guests can be able to feed the Brachiosauruses. I don't know. That's just an idea I had. And this is the last pteranodon that's being airlifted. So that means I was able to finally demolish that aviary. And as you can see, just finishing the enclosure. And all that is left to do is airlift the Struthiomimus and Pachycephalosaurus. Alright guys, I must say, the sanctuary is really shaping up well. So, yeah, as you can see, we've got this nice, much larger enclosure for some of the herbivores. Let's see, the Struthiomimus are now in here, if we can find them. Oh, they're all over here. Yeah, they've got so much more space than they did in that other enclosure. And what's great is now there is a lot more room for the Parasaurolophus and Gravitholus. On top of that, now the Pachycephalosaurus have so much more space. Yeah, they're still a little bit lonely. I'm gonna ask our friends at Mantah Corp to see if they can lend us some Pachycephalosaurus. But yeah, and then moving on to this area over here, I really love how this lagoon gallery looks. So I wanted to do something different, so I took a lot of inspiration from the fabulous Evolution Square, where, as you can see, we've got the lagoon gallery splitting the habitats. Only this time what I'm doing is to, like, add on to the realism, so that way the Allosaurus can't squeeze underneath there. I use the tall multi-wall pieces, and I also use this little, like, security camera. I think that's what it is. Let me just double check. What is that called? Yeah, it's a camera post. But yeah, no, it looks like really awesome, I must say. So then whatever we decide to put in here can also be seen by the lagoon gallery. So then if we go over here, the pteranodons are loving this new aviary. As you can see, there's quite a lot of them in here, but already the aviary looks a lot better than it did. And also, the Styxosaurus are enjoying their new home here. That's one, that's two, and that's three. So then, one last thing to end off this episode is, while I was building up the sanctuary, I got a call about 2 Quetzalcoatlus that were nesting on top of the One World Trade Center in New York City. So thankfully, they were captured, and now they have since been brought here, where they will live the rest of their lives in this aviary. So, as you can see, right here, they have been quarantined. So now, because of that, we can release them into the aviary. So yeah, again, these guys were sighted nesting atop the One World Trade Center in New York City. And, yeah, we did not want to risk the safety of the people living in New York, especially since New York is quite the populous city here in North America. So yeah, so because of that, we made sure to send a helicopter over to capture them, and now they will live here. Let's get the other one. So then really all that needs to happen is we just need to add in a little bit of sand. And we can add that right along the coastline over here. There we go, that's perfect for them. So yeah, they have plenty of areas to nest. And what's great is now that they can nest away from the public, and now they live here. So yeah, I think that that is a great place to end off today's video. So we started off by capturing several dinosaurs that were sighted in the area, and we were able to build up the sanctuary, also adding plenty of extra ways to view the dinosaurs. We've got these viewing platforms over here, overlooking the Brachiosaurus enclosure. And we were able to rehome several other dinosaurs and other prehistoric reptiles, such as the Styxosaurus and Quetzalcoatlus. So yeah, so I do apologize that the video was a little bit on the longer end. I wanted to get quite a lot done this episode. So the plan for next episode is we're going to finish up this little guest area, and also we're trying to get a lead on the mosasaur among several other prehistoric species. So hopefully by next episode we'll actually like have a lead on what's going on. And yeah, so other than that, it's pretty much just more dinosaur captures, more preventing like illegal dinosaur trading. But yeah, so with all that being said, that is pretty much going to wrap up today's video. Really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If so, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to see some more Planet Zoo and Jurassic World Evolution 2 content. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.